A was worried for Philip Rivers' health last week, but the 44-year-old made it through unscathed, and he nearly upset the Seahawks in his first game back in almost 5 years. Rivers threw a touchdown and set up his team for the go-ahead field goal with under a minute left. But it wasn't enough as the Seahawks responded with their own field goal to win 18-16. Here's Philip Rivers after the game.
Grateful. Running out for warm-ups and all that, and out there for the anthem, and as the game just got going, I was just thankful, grateful that I was out there. And it was a blast. It was a blast, but obviously the emotions now are disappointment, right? Disappointment. This isn't about me. We got a team that was scrapping like crazy to try to stay alive and get in the postseason. So obviously we're all disappointed. Came up just short.
Damian Woody is joining us here in studio, but we've got to go to Stephen A., the guy who was worried about Philip Rivers on Friday. So, Stephen A., are the Colts owed an apology after Philip Rivers' performance?
Yes, they are, by me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm a grown-ass man, and I'm going to be fair-minded. And I definitely owe the Indianapolis Colts an apology. I'm going to stand right up here in national television. I'm saying I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. I was scared to death for Philip Rivers. I was scared to death. I'm like, wait a minute. Do you know yesterday marked 1,800 days since the last NFL game that he played? 1,800 days. 5 years, okay? I'm sitting there looking at it, and I'm like, oh, my God. He ain't played in 5 years. He's 44 years of age. He was a stationary target when he's younger. He damn sure can't move now. And he going up against Seattle? What the hell are the Colts doing? This is criminal. Criminal. That's how I felt about it, okay? And then Quentin Nelson and that crew. And I'm looking up these names right now with Travis, with Jalen Travis, with Matt Gonclaves, with Tanner Bartolini, or Bernard Raymond. I'm looking at these brothers. They protected this man. He got hit 4 times the entire game. And Steichen, give him credit because they got the ball out of his hands relatively quickly. 16 of his 18 passes were for under 10 yards. Got rid of the ball real quick. Only threw for 87 yards in those situations because Philip Rivers is pretty damn smart. He's been around for a long time. Steichen, who he's very familiar with, is pretty damn smart. You got to remember Philip Rivers' son, Gunner, who he was coaching in high school, he was running the same offense that they said they'd be running with the Colts and stuff like that. So he was familiar with the offense. All of those things come into play. But that offensive line protected that man all afternoon long. And obviously the Colts saw that a hell of a lot better than me and most people, because I ain't gonna front. I was scared to death for Philip Rivers. Everybody was talking about, can he take him to the playoffs? I was like, can he get out of Sunday? Can he survive? Is he not gonna be carted off the field? Whether it's concussion or a leg injury or something. I was scared to death for the brother. And they showed up and they protected that man. They did their job. I got to give credit where credit is due. I got to stand the hell down and say it was much ado about nothing. My concerns were unfounded based on what I saw yesterday.
Well, listen, I don't owe anybody any type of apology in this situation. Why should I apologize for being concerned for Philip Rivers' health? Why should I apologize for being skeptical about someone who hasn't played in 5 years, stepping back into the National Football League? Like, my whole thing when it came to Philip Rivers, initially I thought it was disrespectful. And then from the simple fact of being disrespectful, as far as you're talking about the best of the best in the world. And to think that someone who's been on the couch for 5 years to step back into this game at 44 years old and come back and play in a critical game on the road against that Seattle Seahawks defense. Now, what I will do today is I will give Philip Rivers a round of applause, because Philip Rivers, my man, I was proud to watch you play. Philip Rivers moved around pretty good out there. He acquitted himself really well against arguably one of the best defenses in the National Football League in the Seattle Seahawks, and he had them a stone throw away from a critical win on the road. So, again, I'm not going to apologize, but I have much more admiration. Listen, Philip Rivers is going to be a Hall of Fame quarterback, in my opinion. But to be able to have the courage to step onto the field after 5 years, I got to tip my cap. I give all the respect to that man, Philip Rivers.
Okay, understanding that this network is owned by Disney, And Disney loves to kind of put on these heartwarming and heart-throbbing stories. That's what Phillip Rivers looked like yesterday. I'm not the person that's going to come in and say, hey, we don't owe them an apology, but you do not get no awards for just participating. Those are just, youth awards. Now, when you look at yesterday's game, the thing that stands out is that they struggled to move the ball consistently. And I know that they were going against a damn good Seattle Seahawks team. Okay, what is another concern? Completing only 2 passes thrown more than 5 yards down the field. So when you start to say, is somebody owed an award? Is somebody owed an apology? Somebody is owed an explanation of what's going to be the remedy moving forward. We have to push the ball downfield. And by the way, Indianapolis, if you want to make a deep playoff push, you have 2 of the more dominant defenses that you're going to have to face. That's the Texans and that's the Broncos. Those teams are not going to give you any type of success by merely relying on Jonathan Taylor just to run the football and just to throw drag, slant, check down. It doesn't work like that. So for me, I was looking at a different lens where everybody would say, oh my God, he's going to get killed. No. It was more or less to say, what is the strategy behind putting Phillip Rivers under center when now teams who are scouting you now understand that they don't have the ability to push the ball past 20 yards. And those are the things that if we're going to have any type of playoff run, we need to attack the defenses in many different phases and formats. And I don't see that being done in Indianapolis.
Damian, forgive Cam Newton's ignorance. Forgive his ignorance. America, forgive him. Forgive him. See, that's a young whippersnapper right there that's 36 years old. That's what he is. He's 36. He don't understand. See, Cam, call me when you turn 40. And I want to talk to you at that particular moment of how you're moving. You know what I'm saying? When you get up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? A little bit rough. See, the physical specimen that you are, you lack a certain, I'm going to call you out here because you walk around. You one of those dudes. Damien, this brother eat a leaf. And he looked like he growing. Just a massive mammoth of a man, a specimen. You understand? Everybody ain't built like Cam. You understand what I'm saying? We got to sit up there and check, is this dude human? How many NFL players have walked through this network? This is before you've even arrived here, Cam. People will walk into this studio to do shows, whether it was our show, it was Get Up with Greeny or anybody else, and they talk about how they were on the opposite side of the field, and they were just staring at you. They were like, that's a quarterback. You understand? Not a linebacker. You understand? Not a defensive line. That's a quarterback right there. That's how they were looking. See, you don't understand. You understand? You 36 years old, you young whippersnapper. You don't know if breath smelling like Similac. You don't understand. When you get older, see, you can talk about the football stuff. You can talk about the football stuff all you want to. But in terms of being a man that ages, let me tell you something right now, Cam. It ain't going to be that way at 40. Wait till you get, tell him, Woody, wait till you get 45. I can tell you about 50. Stuff changes, my brother. Stuff changes. Listen. So when you look at Phillip Rivers at age 44, out on that football field yesterday, the appreciation you will have for him down the line would be far different than the appreciation that you're having for him this morning. I can tell you that.
So are you celebrating more of Phillip Rivers or are you celebrating more of the Indianapolis Colts? Because I'm talking about the Indianapolis Colts. I ain't talking about Phillip Rivers and him being 44.
Well, I'm talking.
I was looking at.
I wasn't talking about the whole team. I wasn't talking about the whole team. I was talking about the offensive line who was assigned to protect them. That's what I was talking about. Him and them. Nobody else on the Colts, but that offensive line. Oh, they did protect that brother yesterday. Now he didn't get hit much. He really didn't.
And all I'm saying, without even him being hit much, he didn't push the ball downfield, Stephen A. And that's cool. If we want to sit up here and congratulate the Indianapolis Colts, let's do it. And it's not even the Indianapolis Colts. It's the Phillip Rivers of the world. Yes, let's congratulate him. But I don't see any team fearing the Indianapolis Colts with Phillip Rivers at the helm, knowing that he can't not push the ball downfield. And that's all I'm saying.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
All right.
coming
I
up, we've
understand
got
that.
to talk about Josh Allen and what he did yesterday. He led an amazing comeback in New England. Did